All right, so this is the reading assignment for English Language Arts today, Wednesday, January the 13th. And we're going to read this 6-paragraph passage called Bald Eagles. Remember, the skill we are working with is main idea and supporting details. So as we're reading this, think about what the main idea of each paragraph is. Think about when we're done what the main idea of the entire passage is. And of course, a big hint for that is look at the title. The title should give you a clue as to what the main idea is going to entail. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a good title for the text. All right, before we start, make sure that your Zoom is at 100%. You can adjust that here. Mine is already there. Oops. All right. A symbol of the United States since 1782, the bald eagle may look bald, but its head is actually covered in tiny white feathers. Actually, the name comes from an Old English word, bald, ending with an E, which means white. Bald eagles are one of the largest raptors in the world. They have a 7-foot wingspan, a weight of 7 pounds, and an overall size of 28 to 38 inches. I think this person made a mistake. I think they wanted a range for the weight there. Female bald eagles are a bit bigger than males. Bald eagles use thermal convection currents to reach great heights when flying, up to 10,000 feet in the air, and they can reach speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. So they can get so high in the air, 10,000 feet up, super high, because they use convection currents. This is connecting back to what we were doing in science back in October and November. We talked about convection as a form of heat transfer. And that was when we were talking about how hot air or hot water rises and cooler air or cooler water sinks, and how these currents will form depending on where the heat source is. So as things heat up, they rise, and then they cool off and come down, where they'll heat up again. So the bald eagle takes advantage of that to help it get so high in the sky. Bald eagles like to eat fish, ducks, snakes, and turtles, but they will also eat rabbits, muskrats, and even dead animals. Bald eagles attack their prey by using their keen sense of sight, so they have really good eyesight, to swoop down and grab the prey with their sharp talons. Once they capture their prey, they use their hooked beak to eat the animal. Preferring to live near a constant source of water, or water source, either fresh or salt water, eagles make huge nests called eyries at the top of tall trees. Most nests are about 2 feet deep and 5 feet across, but some can be much bigger, weighing up to a ton. That just blows my mind. Some parents return to the same nest each year. Each time they return, they add more sticks, twigs, and grass. A pair of eagles usually produces 3 eggs a year, but it is unlikely that all of these will survive. Both parents take turns sitting on the eggs, and while one is keeping the eggs warm, the other hunts and gathers more nesting materials. After a little over a month, the eggs hatch, and the eaglet's entire body is covered in gray feathers. When they are 3 weeks old, their feathers turn brown, and by 4 to 5 years old, they finally have the typical brown and white colored pattern. In the wild, eagles can live to be about 35 years old. At one point, bald eagles were close to becoming extinct due to hunting and pollution. But laws to protect the eagle have helped them make a comeback. So every one of those paragraphs had a main idea. And as I was reading, I was thinking, what do all of these sentences, or most of these sentences in this paragraph, what do they seem to be working to prove to me? What's something that connects all of them? Why are they in the same paragraph together? And that will lead me to figuring out the main idea of a paragraph. All right, so you have some questions. The first one says, which of the following is the main idea of paragraph 5? So you're going to go back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's this one here that starts with a pair of eagles usually produces 3 eggs. So it starts there, and now think about what do most, if not all, of these sentences seem to be working to prove to me, to teach me. And that'll lead you to what your main idea should be. Did they work together to prove the point that bald eagles' feathers change color? Did they work together to show us the life cycle of bald eagles? Did they work together to show us that bald eagles can live for a very long time? Or did they work together to show that eggs are taken care of by both parents? What is the main idea of the second paragraph? All right, that would be the one that starts with bald eagles are one of the largest raptors. Once you have looked back over that paragraph, ask yourself, what do most, if not all of these sentences working together, what are they trying to prove to me? What are they trying to teach me? What's something that connects these sentences together? So did that paragraph try to focus on and convey to us that bald eagles are raptors? How high eagles can fly? Bald eagles can fly, I should say. Were they trying to show us characteristics of bald eagles? Or were they trying to show us what raptors are like? Number 3, infer why eagles build nests on top of tall trees. So it did mention where they build their nests in paragraph 4. So you can go back and reread that, what their nests are like and where they build it at. But it does say right here that they're at the top of tall trees. It doesn't tell us why. That's why we have to infer it. So thinking about what this animal is like, thinking about what it's like to live in the wild, what would be the reason? Which of these would be the reason? Would it be to be able to see prey below them, to protect their nests from predators, to see danger a distance away, or all of the above? So if all 3 of these sound like reasons why they would build nests at the top of tall trees, then choose that one. Number 4, I need to fix that. The main idea of paragraph 1 is, so it's telling us what the main idea is. The main idea is why bald eagles are called bald. Which of the following details is not a key detail? Which of these does not support explaining to us why bald eagles are called bald? So we're looking for the one that's not a supporting detail. Is it the name comes from an Old English word which means white, a symbol of the United States since 1782, or the bald eagle may look bald, but it is actually covered in tiny white feathers? Last one, what is the main idea of the entire passage? So start to finish, the title is Bald Eagles. What did the author want to get across to us in this passage? Every paragraph's working together, or most of the paragraphs are working together to do what? To convey what to us? Is it saving bald eagles from extinction? So how to save them, what we're doing to save them. Was it trying to convey the life cycle of bald eagles? Trying to convey where bald eagles live? Or trying to get across to us that bald eagles are fascinating creatures? Once you think you've got this, be confident in it before you answer it, because when you hit submit, that's it. And then go back in and mark the assignment complete. And this is due by 11:59 tonight. We'll go over this in the Zoom tomorrow to see how we did.